Hello to all my wonderful Pride members and everybody else who has stopped in to see this. This is a video that's just a little bit about myself. If you go to my channel's main page and go to the community tab, I have a poll going to ask you what kind of videos you want to see the most. Please head over there, let me know what you think, leave a comment, tell me what you want to see. When I was a kid, I used to stutter. It wasn't a horrible case of stuttering, but it did get in my way of communicating, especially when I was talking with groups of other kids in school. I stuttered to the point where not only was I made fun of, but it became a nickname. I am not a speech therapist. I am not somebody who's saying, oh, follow my advice and you won't stutter anymore. This is just how I stopped. I spent a lot of time alone when I was in school. A lot of it is because I just didn't fit in with some of the friends. A lot of it was because some of my friends, and these are the people I was close to in class, they would just decide to bully me. Just made me want to stay by myself a little bit. But when I was by myself, there were several things I would do by myself, one of which is I kind of got myself better at certain sports. Because I sucked. I mean, really I did. And when I was by myself, I also worked on my own stuttering. And I would do it by saying a sentence. A lot of times it was a sentence that I had problems saying earlier. If I stuttered, if I stammered, if there was situations where the words just weren't coming out right, I would stop, I would take a deep breath, and I would re-say the entire sentence. In doing this, I taught myself several things that kind of helped me not stutter. One of which, well, you're seeing it right now, I'm kind of moving, I'm shifting my weight, I'm giving myself something else that my brain has to focus on, whether it's conscious or subconscious. I discovered that when I try not to think that things work better, that's kind of what I discovered in sports, is that if I take the time to think about things, I tend to screw up. The same thing is true with speaking. With ADHD, my brain gets way ahead of my thoughts. I might be saying, Mary had a little lamb, but my brain's already on, its fleece is white as snow. Between what I'm saying and where my brain is, everything just kind of mushed up and never came out right. So I taught myself to stay on track. I taught myself to say a sentence, and then if I need to, take a breath, do whatever, think about the next sentence. Sometimes, and you see this in the video sometimes, is I will just stare at nothing. There's a blank wall right there. If you lean forward and look, you might see it. Focusing on nothing kind of clears the mind for me. A lot of times I just dead pause. And this is actually why I'm bringing this up is because when I watch my own videos, it's like I can see the little of the video cuts and I'm jumping around, and sometimes it's the middle of a sentence where I'll be here and then I'm suddenly here because there's a little jump cut. That's because I probably dead paused. I probably got into the middle of a sentence and had to pause so my brain could get back to where my speech was. There was one right there. A lot of times I do restart words and whatever. Anyway, the jobs that I had all had to do with dealing with the public, whether I was working on the ambulance or teaching people how to drive a bus or whatever. It was difficult because even during those times, I would get my brain ahead of my speech and I would almost mess up. Sometimes I did mess up, sometimes I did stutter, but most of the time I was able to stop my brain from running away and get it back to where I was talking. Sometimes I couldn't. Sometimes my brain just goes out in left field. I just wanted you to know, and this is for anybody that stutters now, anybody that's getting made fun of because they stutter, you can get past it, whether it's listening to your speech therapist or possibly using some of my ideas. It's not something that you're going to be stuck with the rest of your life. Even if you don't totally get rid of it, you can at least minimize it. So don't give up if you have a speech impediment. Things do get better. Kids are mean. They're going to make fun of you. But you just keep working on you and things will turn out okay. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you tell me down below what you think about what I'm saying. If you want to become part of my pride, make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications. And I'll talk to you again later. Take care. Bye-bye.